Hi, my name is Gudrun from GE Designs. Welcome to my live quilting chat, Tipsy Tuesday. Hey everybody, welcome to our Tipsy Tuesday show, live here from Studio B. I'm here with Mr. HP running the show behind the scenes. And thank you all for being with us, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook. And if you're new around here, I know we met a lot of new people in the past few days, so maybe you're catching us live for the first time. Make sure that you are subscribing to our YouTube channel. If you're watching us on YouTube, it's just hitting that red button in the bottom right corner, and then make sure you sign up for those notifications. If you're on Facebook, just make sure to like our page. Again, sign up for notifications. Then you will always be notified whenever we go live. Don't miss a show because you want to stick around throughout the show. We have a giveaway every single show. 2 $25 gift cards are up for grabs. So all you got to do is keep commenting throughout the show. Tell us what you're thinking about what we're saying. Use those hearts and thumbs up. We love it. But commenting really gets you into the pot to win that $25 gift card that is randomly chosen from all of your live comments. So one gift card is up for grabs by watching us live. And then we also have a giveaway question at the end that you can answer in the comments again and be registered for the other gift card. So speaking of the other gift card, we would like to announce our winner from last week. And our winner from last week is, do you have that? Mary Joyce Fulmer. And so I asked you the question, which bundle would you choose? And we had 2 bundles on the show. It was Indigo Splash or Bird Song, 2 very different bundles. And she said indigo with yellow, colors of our guest room. So that was Joyce Fulmer again. So Joyce, just send us an email to help@gequiltdesigns.com to claim your gift card, and you will receive it digitally, no problem. So we are excited to be back home from Houston. It's been a whirlwind days, but let's start with what's on our set. So on our set today, we have behind me on the wall, that's an Inca quilt, which the pattern is found in my newest book, Stripology Mixology 3. And then we have Rocky Road here on the side, and that one is in my first mixology book. So check them out. This is the original. The one on the wall is made from the Listen to Your Heart bundle, which is was from our Bundle Club, our first ever shipment of Goodies Bundle Club, our new subscription program, which we will talk about a little bit later. But I'm excited to see everybody. There's lots of people watching. Mr. HP has been putting up some comments. So yes, we are back from Houston. Not quite recovered, I would say. Are you?
No, not yet.
It's just a little, I call it a brain lag. It's kind of like, feels almost like being hung over in your brain, not your body, but it's really weird. It's like all my thoughts are a little bit slower and it's kind of coming back. I think it's all that talking and thinking when I'm just everything coming at you.
And it's still getting used to this area.
Well, we're still getting used to this area. We're not quite set up.
Navigate.
Trying to figure out the set still because it has to double as my sewing area too. So I have my sewing machine. This is actually going to be my cutting table.
It's just a little janky, not bad,
not all the way janky.
So forgive us.
Just a tiny bit. But you know what? It all works, and it's going to be perfect once we have a little bit more time to kind of live in it, feel what's right. I gotta fit it in a design wall here somewhere, so it'll all come. It'll all come.
We'll get it sorted.
Anyways, so speaking of Houston, it was so great to be back among people. I mean, we have not been in crowds like this among quilters for 3 years. So
Hi, all the new people that we've
Yes. Hello,
met
everybody. So it was just really
our fams,
awesome.
all of our fams.
Fams. Yeah, we call them fams.
Our fams
Not
and
fans. Family and fans put together.
So
You're our
great.
fams.
So
Love
great to
that.
shake hands, hug, and high.
Yeah, and it was like a lot of families too that, were telling us these amazing stories. And we just felt humbled and honored hearing from all you guys that we really got you through the pandemic by keeping you all quilting. And what I say to all of you is vice versa, because our world shut down too. I was, prior to COVID, I was on the road traveling the world, the United States, teaching everywhere. So I was half of the year, I was on the road in classrooms with quilters all the time. And that gets shut down and taken away. And same thing with Mr. HP. He was playing all over the place. So you're all of a sudden just home and staring at each other. So
what do we do now?
What do we do? Luckily, we had the setup of the studio, so we were able to.
We do TikToks.
Yeah, well, you did TikToks. I did not do TikToks. I created sew-alongs and quilt-alongs and the quarantine quilt-along, and that just was something that magically created this community that we all are a part of now, and that's just, we feel like that's our greatest accomplishment, is bringing everybody together in such a hard time in everybody's lives and changes. And I know a lot of people were completely isolated from family and everywhere for a long time. And they said, my saving grace, twice a week, Tipsy Tuesday and Happy Friday, and then all of the quilt-alongs. And that's just an honor to hear that. And like I said, vice versa. You saved our sanity too. Here we are.
Let's continue it.
And we're going to continue. You know that. I'm going to keep you busy because the joy of quilting, it has to come through our lives all the time. So especially when times are hard and we have challenges in all other aspects of life, quilting should be fun, should be joyful. And so we're going to keep spreading that and hopefully dragging you all with us. Not dragging. That was a bad word.
And by the way,
bringing you all with us.
Kobe is here with us.
Kobe is here on the floor.
We'll set up a Kobe cam
at
some point.
Once we have it figured out. I'm still getting used to, I'm stepping over cords and hitting all these poles and uprights. We'll get a photo from the outside to see all the technology.
You can't see what the Wizard of Oz has.
Oh, you're behind the curtain.
No, you can't see that.
I think they want to know. So I just wanted to talk about, so we, in Houston, we did, of course, Quilt Festival. No, Quilt Market first. So we had a small team with me during Quilt Market, which is the trade show part of the shows. So we met with a lot of quilt shop owners, and we kind of talked about that last week. It was awesome. And then we set up for Quilt Festival. As a matter of fact, Tipsy Tuesday last week, we were getting it done fast so we could get right to the convention center to set up our booth for festival. And we, our brilliant tech guys, set up some time lapses and recorded a whole time lapse of us setting up the booth. So we've shared it on social media, but I thought it'd be fun to play it for all of you, for those that are not really catching us on social media. So here's the process of setting up the GE Designs booth at Houston Quilt Festival. So there it was. I wish it was this easy as it looked in that video. Just like, it wasn't quite that easy. It took a bit of time. But we all got it done thanks to our amazing, amazing team. So
Your mic sounds whack.
it sounds whack.
I don't know.
Is this better?
Kind of.
Okay. So thanks to our team, we were able to get it done fast, and we had some good times in Houston. So we kind of made a little folder together of all the photos we took in Houston of some of the show floor things and some of just some fun stuff, maybe some drinks, some food, and shenanigans. So we put together, or I put together a little slideshow for all of you to get a little behind the scenes from the floor of actually both Quilt Market and Quilt Festival. It's kind of a mix. So, should we show our team?
Technical difficulties. Hold on.
Hello, hello. Is this better?
That's better.
Okay, good. So, should we do the slideshow of all the photos?
Yeah.
And we'll show them the team photo in the end. Yes.
Okay.
So here is our Houston Adventure 2022. Isn't that fun? Yes, we had some fun, some good fun. So here's our team that was our Houston Festival crew. Some were there, not the whole time, but this was right after setup. Or was this day? It was day one when we were about to open. And so Geesley actually drove the trailer down from Minnesota and then Kara stayed over from festival. Nancy and Kayla flew in from Minneapolis. Linnell flew in from LA. And then Jake was there for a little bit as well. And missing in the picture is Otley. He was there for a couple of days as well. So those of you that were there and met the whole crew, it was really fun to see everybody. So of course Bailey was there too for a part of Quilt Market. So she missed the festival fun. Understandable with little kids, they had to be home for Halloween. But we, of course, want to thank our great team and then double thank our team that stayed back and took care of business at home while we were gone. And there was some business to take care of. For example, yes, November Color Club was all shipped out yesterday. It all went on its way to you. So even those of you that are live close to GE headquarters, you might have your bundles already, your November Color Club. And please just adhere to no posting yet. Please don't share anything about what's in the package until I reveal the colors, which will be a week from today. So Tipsy Tuesday next week, we will do a Color Club reveal for November. So excited. I'm excited to see your response to this color. It's awesome. You want to guess? You want to guess?
I know what it is.
Yeah, we have some spots open still for Color Club. We still have the promo going on until those last few spots are filled. So check it out if you haven't yet. It is a great, maybe something that could be slipped into your Christmas stocking or something, a subscription. So hint, 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 hint. So speaking of subscriptions, our new subscription club, that's a hard word when you're saying it multiple times. Our new subscription club, the Goodies Bundle Club, which is our quarterly club. Our first shipment went out in October, and we have been sold out since we really launched it. And we did have a few extra bundles, so we did open up just a few spots earlier today. I don't know if they're all filled. They will go very fast. However, I just wanted to say that I have put in a request for some more fabric. So we will hopefully, once I hear from the fabric company, be able to open up more spots. So just make sure, if you haven't yet, sign up for notification. You do that by going to the product page, and there it's going to say sold out, and you just put your email into Notify Me box, and you will receive an email whenever there are spots that open, whenever it goes back into inventory. So those of you that probably got an email already and are signing up as we speak, if you sign up now, you will receive our Listen to Your Heart bundle, which this quilt is one of those quilts that we made from that bundle. And Inga, as you saw in the slideshow, she went to Houston. Inga went to Houston, and she went all over Houston. She rode the bull. She went to the, what's it called? The World Series. What's the name? To the World Series. She went onto the rooftops. She went lots of places. Mainly, she went to this really cool graffiti park. Yeah, so she's been around. She's been around the block. She's got some stories. So can't wait to cuddle under Inca and hear some stories. Have them come through me. So, but speaking of that bundle club, so our current members, when you received your bundle, you have this beautiful booklet, and on the back of the booklet there is a coupon with a coupon code that is valid, starts next week. So starts November 15th and is valid for a month. Just make sure you use that code. It is 20% off our fabric kits. So fabric kits, they're not bundles, but they're kits. And so don't forget to use that. It's not going to work until the 15th. But I thought it would be great to give you a little bit of a preview of the kits that we have, because we brought a few of them to Houston, and they were quite the hit. So let me show you some of the great kits we have. And just know that it's one per customer, one use of the coupon code. However, it's for a whole order. No, that's not it. That's not it, honey. It's the Alpine ski kit that we need to see. There it is.
I knew that, honey.
Okay. Okay, we'll start with this one, Alpine ski. So a lot of these kits are really fast and easy to make. That's kind of my MO with kits. I love being able to kind of take a break from a more time-consuming project and get something done quickly. And this one is just beautiful. This one got such attention in Houston. We sold out of all the ones that we had with us, but this one was hot because once you see it in person, quilted with a beautiful backing. So a lot of our kits come with backing. So make sure you make note of that. Not all of them, some of them do, kind of most of them, because that is quite the money saver when we include the backing. It is always a good deal. So Alpine ski, that was one that was super popular. And then the Holiday Happy Place, that was another one that was hanging behind our checkout and got a lot of attention. I have to say this quilt is so much more vibrant and gorgeous in person. So perfect for the holidays, another quick and easy one. Then the Beautiful Day, and this one, we had a lot of questions because folks thought that this was applique. Of course it's not. These are panels that I cut up and put into piece blocks. And so the quilt looks really, really intricate, but trust me, it's very, very easy. So this one, yes, lots of questions. And once I convinced people that it was really easy to do, they loved it. Then, of course, our Christmas in Europe made its debut in Houston. First time the quilt got to go outside and be shown. So that one got a lot of attention. We have a few kits left that includes all of the fabric, including the backing. So that would be one. And then the Peppermint Parlor placemats. That one was a hot one also in Houston. This one makes, I think it makes 8 placemats. It's a great kit using our Tree Time fabric. It's quilt as you go, so it goes together fast. And look how cute these are. They're just adorable. So we had another placemat kit, but the Cheer and Merriment, and I do believe we sold out. I'm not sure. There may be just a few that come back in the trailer, came back in the trailer today. So then we have some more sunshiny ones. We have the Matrix kit, which has this gorgeous border print that if you love florals, this one is just stunning in person. We have the Marina kit, which has a lot of fabrics from At the Helm fabric line, so very nautical themed fabric, really cool pattern. And I do believe, no, it does not come with backing, but we have a backing available that works great with it that I used. And then another big one and easy one, Salt and Sea. So all of these will be, applied, or the discount code could be applied to all of these and more. We have lots more kits. Some of them are even already discounted. And you know what? The coupon code can still be used, and it applies on top of what the bundles or what the kits are already discounted. So don't forget to use that, everybody, if you are already a part of our Goodies Bundle Club. There will be a coupon with every single shipment. It will be different every time. So make sure you take good advantage of it. So make your shopping list. All right, so we are already counting down for our Advent 2022 season. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, starting November 22nd, every Tipsy Tuesday, the following 4 Tipsy Tuesdays, I will do a free tutorial and release a free pattern for a really quick, easy, and small projects that we can all get done to occupy our time during the Advent season. So those of you that snatched up our Advent box, which was kind of a kit box with little surprises. Those boxes have been already filled up and labels have been printed, so you probably got a notification of shipping. We will be, believe they were either picked up today. We had a special pickup because it was pallets. We had pallets. And so we had a special pickup, so I don't know if they got picked up today or they will be picked up in the morning. So that's exciting. That's coming your way. So here you saw the dates. So starting the week, the Thanksgiving week, November 22nd, and then the next 3 Tipsy Tuesdays. So November 29th, December 6th, and December 13th. So those are the 4 Advent. And we keep the projects a secret. So those of you that got our Advent box, please make it fun and make it a secret and make it a surprise when we open together on the 22nd. So it's like a little Advent calendar, kind of, but just 4 surprises. And the funny thing is, even if you were to open your bag early, I'm sure you wouldn't even figure out what you're making because the patterns won't be released until that same day. So just might as well have some fun and have something suspenseful. So let's move on. So I was so excited. In Houston, we had a lot of new Stripologists join our crew. That is, they were purchasing their first Stripology rulers. So let me just be the first one to say, welcome, Stripologists. Your quilting life is about to be really transformed and changed. It will never be the same again. So I thought, I wanted to remind you all that we have extensive videos on how to use the rulers. We have a lot of quilt-alongs that are still available if you wanted to try one of the patterns and follow them through. So please check out our YouTube channel, subscribe, and you will see all of those. But I thought, it's a little bit scary. Sometimes I've heard from many, they bought it and it's still sitting in the plastic because I'm scared to use it. Well, don't be scared. So I'm going to just give you a little bit of confidence and a complete beginner start so that everybody can practice a little bit, do their first practice. So I'm going to give you just a few tips. So first off, you get it out of the plastic. So take the plastic off, and there's going to be this is going to be wrapped around the edge. Don't throw this label away because it's actually some great instructions on the ruler. And if you lost this already, don't worry, you can go to the Creative Grids website and print it out again. So then sometimes the first time you take it out of the plastic, it can be a little static cling on it, so it might stick to your fabrics a little bit, or your fabrics stick to the ruler. So all I do is just lift it up and kind of, try and get that static away. So the first thing that you should do really is, one thing that I should make sure you have the correct or a rotary cutter that works for it. Most rotary cutters work for the Stripology rulers, as long as they're at least 45 millimeter wide blade. Smaller than that does not work because the blade needs to reach through the ruler down to the cutting mat, so through the fabric. So we're cutting through the ruler and not just on the edge. So that's why we need a bigger blade. So the small mini cutters do not work. So a 45 or a 60 millimeter blade are best. And you can use these regular handle cutters, you can use ergonomic cutters, you can use the Martelli cutters, and many others. There's one brand that I do not recommend, and that is, well, there might be other brands that have that, but what we want in a cutter for the Stripology rulers is something where you can pull the blade guard back manually. So the cutters where you have to push down to get the blade out, they don't work very well because you want to put your cutter in the grooves. So you don't want to start pushing and then you're going to kind of chip away at your ruler. So I recommend any cutter where you can manually pull the blade back and forward so you can get full access to as much blade as possible. So I'm just going to show you one little tip, which if you have some sacrificial fabric at home or do need to cut some strips for something, that's a great place to start. So you want to start with your piece of fabric and practice cutting your full width fabric. So I have my full width fabric. The salvages are aligned. If you have fabric that is really crooked off the bolt, I recommend pressing the whole thing open and then aligning the salvages to create your own bolt fold down here. So what you want to do when cutting full width fabric is taking your bolt fold, you want to fold it over the salvages so they're kind of covered up so you can just see that fold up here. And now you've created a second fold down here on the bottom. So the key to getting straight strips that don't have elbows in them, the key to that is that this fold down here and the fold up here, they need to be perfectly parallel in order for the strips to be straight. So you just fold it as best you can, bring your ruler on top, and you will see lots of horizontal lines, both black and white. And so I use them just interchangeably. I like to use the white line that is on the 1/2 inch line here on the bottom fold. If I have dark fabrics, if I have light fabrics, I pull it a little further down and use the 1 inch line because that's the black line and align with a bottom fold. So now I have the bottom fold aligned, and now I'm just going to check up here to see where this fold lands. And it's probably not going to land exactly on a line, but you can see if it's straight. So I can see that it's hitting the tips of the cross hatches here all the way down. So I was lucky. I was able to fold my fabric perfectly the first time. So this is ready. The third thing you want to make sure is all your raw edges need to be to the left of that 0 slit. The 0 is where we cut through first to clean off our edge. So no need to square up our fabric before we start cutting. So now we're just gonna make that first cut through that 0 slit. And those of you not used to the ruler, you might think, oh, I'm gonna have to hold it and like put weight on it to keep it in place. You don't need to do that because the grip on the backside will keep everything in place. So all you gotta do is put 2 fingers on the lip here, and then you want to drop your blade into the groove, the teardrop on the bottom. Don't push, you just want to drop it. So I like to put it a little bit on the side to make sure it falls into that teardrop, and then I want to make sure I straighten it all the way up. You don't want to try and cut like this because bevel like this. It needs to be straight because the blade needs to be going straight through the slit. So I drop it in, and then I know it's in. I'm going to angle my cutter, and I have it at an angle, and I'm going to keep my angle all the way through the cut, and you'll hear it. So now I've made my first cut. So then depending on what size strips you need for your project, I'm just going to cut some 2.5 inch strips. So the ruler has the black squares here on the bottom. Those are 2.5 inches apart. The black stars are 1.5 inches apart. So I don't actually have to do any math here. I'm just going to cut 2.5 inch strips. So following the squares on the side, drop it in the teardrop, and cut all the way through. So practice this. If you are experiencing where you're not cutting all the way through, like your things are sticking together, make sure I'm going to kind of show this from the top. When you have these types of cutters, the widest part of the blade is at the top. So we have to be careful to start our cut at an angle so the biggest part of the blade is straight down. And as we move our hand forward, we have to keep that angle and not drop it. Because if we drop it, the blade is lifting off of our cutting mat and not reaching through. So we got to keep the angle so the blade is going all the way through the cut. So that's just a little practice, but a little bit of troubleshooting for you. So go ahead, check it out. Don't leave it in the plastic. Just take it out and try something. It's just fabric. It's okay to cut it. So then you have your perfect strips, and no elbows, do we? No elbows, huh?
G-easy.
That easy, G-easy. Like I said, your life is about to be transformed. No turning back. All right, so that was just a little fun encouragement, hopefully. And make sure you watch those videos. Those are called Stripology 101. They have part 1 through 6, kind of showing you all the features of the rulers. And I always say the best way to really practice and learn, pick a pattern and go through it, use the rulers, and have some fun. So, more on this later. But it is time for some fabric. We have some beautiful fabric that I want to show you today. This bundle is called, it's a Moda bundle, classic, called Rendezvous by Three Sisters. Now, I've always loved Three Sisters. Those of you that did Christmas in Europe and saw the backing fabric, that was a Three Sisters backing. So I'm going to start with this green. Just move this out of the way here. This beautiful main print. I love this soft sage green and this cranberry colored florals on top. So this is the main print in the line. Make this prettier. So then we have some more greens, and I love that there's a shade difference. So we have the small print with the leaves. We have a small floral that has just a tad bit darker green with the beautiful reds in the flowers. Another tone-on-tone small print with leaves, and these leaves are navy because now we're going into the navy colorway. I love this print. Has a little bit of green in it, but this really nice deep dark navy. We have a tone-on-tone floral that has these different hues of navy, and I love these little this branch print here. So kind of like viney with little buds in the different colors, green and ivory or cream, and then the red. And then the last navy print is a smaller floral that has the same green in the leaves and then the reds and pinks in the florals. So then it's the reds, and they are just so beautifully warm. It's a very classic Three Sisters, French-inspired, I would say, line. We have the main print in that cranberry. Beautiful, just beautiful florals. It's Rendezvous is the name of the line. It's hard to spell. Then we have a beautiful lighter tone, so into the more pinks, but there's a lot of brown to it, so they're very subtle. Small tone-on-tone floral, and then the small multi-floral in the lightest pink. So this is something for the traditional quilters, but these are just making classic quilts. They're just going to be, loved and enjoyed forever. So out of these prints, it's a 12-piece bundle, but we have the green main floral available in 1 yard, and the red main floral as well, perfect for borders. And then we have this blue print, which has a little more modern feel to it. Love it if you wanted a navy floral or a navy border. So then there is one more print that is from the line, not in the bundle, that is in the line and available in 1 yard and 3 yards. And this is a collage print. Look at this gorgeousness. So very in the same style as the backing we used for the Christmas in Europe. This one has some birds and butterflies and things, flowers, something from the garden. I love these collage prints. They're very French and gorgeous for quilt backs or any big pieces. So this one is available for both in 1 yards and 3 yards. So I want to put this over here. I just love this. And I love that it has a little bit of gray, so which takes this traditional line gives it a little bit of an edge. So I did a pull with it for the rest of the navies. I love the Bumbleberries Indigo is almost perfect with that medium floral, the tone on tone. And then the deepest blue would be the Grunge and the True Blue. For the greens, another Bumbleberries in the Sage for the lighter hues of green, dark and light. And then Provisions in the Sage, a little bit darker hue with some brown tones. That works perfectly. For the reds, because there's such a hue difference, I found 3. The Slow Stroll in the Twilight Cinnamon color is perfect with the darkest reds. The mediums, I would say the Bumbleberries in the Milk Chocolate. So it has a lot of red, but a brown undertone. And then for the lightest ones, not quite pink, but Jacks in the Rust color would work perfectly with those. So this is Rendezvous. And this color bundle is the 12-piece bundle. But there's another bundle I created. I love the Three Sisters low volume fabrics. So I put together a low volume bundle, which has 8 fabrics. So I thought I would just kind of lay them on top here because I love a scrappy background for quilts like this. So let me just show you. So here we have, we'll start with kind of the gray tones. So start with this one. This is kind of the same print as this blue one. So just to see, you can show you that it has that gray and then cream print on it. I want to put these here so that we can kind of see them together. We have the small print, same as this green. In the gray undertone, a tone on tone. This is a little bit whiter with the gray print, so it's the same as this print here. We have the leaves, gray on white. This is this one. So these are 4, and then we have the other 4 are lighter. So that same print here in the light with gray on top. This one is gray with cream on top. We have the small leaves, and then we have even lighter this print. It's white on cream. And then one more, which is this print here, which is also white on cream. So this is the low volume bundle, 8-piece bundle sold separately, and then the Rendezvous 12-piece bundle. All right, so for those that are new, what I do and what I call a fabric pull, our 1 yard that we have on the website, I always show you matches if you needed to add more of a certain color. It's just a great way to learn more about matching, and it's always different to see things on a computer screen because we're so dependent on the setting of our screens. So I feel like I need to help you out a little bit. Well, it's really fun for me too. And do a pull where I can see a perfect match or a perfect complement, not necessarily match. All right, the second bundle I have for you today is a fat quarter bundle. Now these we don't do often, but there are reasons and circumstances when we do. So this is a beautiful basic line by Carrie Bloomston for Wyndham Fabrics called Colorwash. And you might recognize some of these prints. We've had some of them before in very limited colorways and inside maybe other Carrie Bloomston bundles. But this is a fat quarter bundle because they're all kind of basics. They will mix greatly with other fabrics. Every time we do fat quarter bundles, we include the list of fabrics. So they will list from top to bottom, and then on the other side, same thing. So you can kind of create your own little color card. But there are, I believe, 3 different prints that kind of mix up. So we have the texture, which is kind of like a large brush stroke done with like a paintbrush. And then this one is called Scratch. which has like a little bit of pen lines. So that's one of the prints. And then we have Scribble, which is here. Scribble is something we've had before in just neutrals. And you'll see there's little scribbles kind of done. You know how you were painting as a kid and then you would make scratches with your nail or with a little stick? So that's kind of what this is. I love this. I just love the colors. I think they're really cool and unique, very modern. So check this one out if you like kind of building up your color inventory, your stash. These would mix beautifully with some of our Color Club fabrics. And we did a bundle pull. Instead of pulling 1 yards with this, we pulled bundles. So let's take a look at some of the beautiful bundles. Some are actually in our clearance section that these would just fall in greatly. So this one is called Bungalow. I don't believe we have a whole lot of these left, but beautiful colors that fit perfectly with the ones in the backwater bundle. Then we have Carousel, pinks and blues, beautiful. We have Mixology, really nice bright colors and kind of, different and contemporary. So these prints would just mix beautifully to kind of soften and calm the wildness down of the prints. Then we have Our House. This is already a Wyndham fabric line, so these Wyndham basics would fit in perfectly. Then we have Sewing Room. Love this one, but as you can see, kind of all those prints are a little bit busy, so throwing in some of these basics would be perfection. I love this one. This next one is called Sublime Summer. Again, really nice bright blues and the coral, so bringing some of those in there and even throwing in maybe some yellow in there would be beautiful. Speaking of yellow, Venice has a bit of yellow, and either colorway of Venice, this is the warm or the cool, would really complement all of these basics. There's the cool one, so cool. And then we have Wildflower. Wildflower, I know we don't have many of these left, but really gorgeous. Also, this is a Kaufman line, I believe, but these prints would just mix beautifully in there because the textures are similar. And so would the Rhythm and Hues, so which already has a very artistic, very colorful feel. The artwork does. So, but again, they are busy, so throwing in some calmer basics would benefit it and make a gorgeous, colorful quilt. So that is our Colorwash backwater bundle. So check that out. We have, like I said, we sell them like this, but we also are selling them all in 1 yards. So if you wanted more of something, grab the fat quarter bundle, and then if you wanted more of one thing, we do carry them in the 1 yards. So check that out. What do you say? Is it time for our live winner, Mr. HP? Yeah? Hold on. Are you guys ready for the winning number? It's not Powerball. I'm sorry. Did anybody win Powerball? Didn't they just announce the numbers today? Oh, they did?
Yeah, it got jacked up in one of the states and they had to delay it.
Controversy. Well, I hope everybody went out and voted today.
Drum roll.
If you didn't, you still can. You still can. All right, drum roll. Here's our live winner, Karen Cronin. Congratulations, Karen. $25 gift card is yours. All you got to do is send an email to help@gequiltdesigns.com and we will get you your bundle right away. Yay, everybody. Congrats, congrats. So here's your second chance to snatch up another gift card next week. All you got to do is answer this giveaway question in the comments, and you're automatically entered for our giveaway next week, which will be announced next week. So my question is, very current situation right now. We are having a little bit of thunderstorms going on here in Florida. So do you prefer a thunderstorm or a snowstorm? Because if we were in Minnesota, it could have very well be a snowstorm this time of year. Very well be. But I don't think we have snow. Well, it's snowed already, but
Thunderstorm.
not right
Thunderstorm.
now. Thunderstorm or snowstorm? Which one? Well, one thing. They're both good for sewing unless your power goes out in either one. But I love sewing in thunderstorms and snowstorms. It's my favorite thing. So let us know in the comments which one you prefer, or maybe you prefer neither, and you automatically entered in the giveaway. So our next Tipsy Tuesday will be November 15th, 4 p.m. Central, live from Studio B. And our Happy Friday show will be this coming Friday, November 11th, and that is 12 p.m. Central Time, our regular schedule hour. And cannot wait to see you all there. But this is it for us tonight. Thank you all, and hi to all of you. Hi and bye to all of you new viewers. We're excited to have you. And say hi, introduce yourself. And we will see you on Friday, everybody. It's time for finally a Friday cocktail this week, isn't it? I've got some new ideas. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you on Friday. Bye.